Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, we're out here budgeting. I was going to try to budget yesterday, but it did not make really good sense in my mind. So I thought, let me do it today because today it makes more sense to get it done. So, yeah, we're going to be budgeting for some money that came in. Lord, look at Shakema. I didn't even pull up my budget sheet. Let me do that now. Hey, y'all, welcome back. Glad you're here. Okay, very good. Got to get my budget sheet out so I can put my money in. Probably going to have to run over to the bank. Oh, man. Well, that didn't work out the way I had planned it. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to budget for a specific amount of money that came in. And I am, hey, ma'am. Oh, very good. For some things like this, I may have to do them earlier than later, which I prefer. Because once I get started out in my garden and stuff, I don't have any more time. So once I get started out there, I'm just doing all the things. So we did have a deposit come in yesterday, and I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and put stuff in. Hey, Kara. Because I have an expense that came up. I knew it was coming, but I didn't pre-prep my mind for it. Now I have to figure out how to cover it. So next week I actually have two expenses. Next week, I'm having some dental work done, which I do have money still left on my benefits card that will take care of all but about $40. So that will be my only out-of-pocket expense is about $40. But Gracie has to go for her yearly exam, heartworms, checks, and all the things. And that's going to be right at $222 that I did not budget for. But I think I can cover it in another area, from another area. I have money going into their account this month, but they have to have food and they have to have heartworm, ticks, all that, because it is hot. It's summertime. And y'all know they be out here trying to live their best life in the yard. And so I don't want to have any of those issues. So I'm going to share with you guys my screen so that you're able to see what I'm seeing. And I am going to jump over to make sure that I can see the comments. So let me do that. Going over here. And I'm going to do that. Now, this way I can see the comments. Right? Perfection. So I'm going to share my screen. And I only have the budget sheet going. Okay. All right. So if we look at the budget sheet, pretty much where we are now, I've paid all the bills. Everything has gone out that should have gone out. So we started off with $3,324.22. We have since added in child support. That was from last week. And so here we are getting and that was more child support than what normally comes. So I just doubled up everything that I normally would have spent. So I hadn't planned on really getting this. Let's see if that works out any better. There we go. I had not planned on getting any more child support this week. I was thinking it was coming next week, but it came this week. So it's perfectly fine. But moving down, so adding in child support from last week put us at $3,620.54. The mortgages posted, the telephone bills, that's already gone. Household repairs, which is a sinking fund, has already funneled over. Took out Mr. Jerome's money, that was cash. I did all of my sinking funds for my recycling renewal, which will renew in July. Pest control, and then my yearly pest spray. Amazon Prime is already done. PureFlix is done. Healthways Gym should be coming out within the next day or so. And I think Jackson's Gym should have come out yesterday. I can go and check to see. Hey, ma'am, from Ohio. I can check to see if Jackson's Gym has come out so I can put that in. But that should have come out yesterday. My gym came out today. And let me make sure that Jackson's didn't come out yet. I don't see it, but I see all of my sinking funds that came out. So now, so it may come out tomorrow, but my health wage gem came out. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in to make sure that I am tracking. Now, my heart's desire is to really make sure that I'm tracking every single thing that comes out when it comes out. Yesterday, I went to the grocery store and I spent like $8.18. I was over just a little tiny bit, and I didn't have any extra money in my pocket. So $8.18 is what came out yesterday. Now, I think I missed my gym. There we go. $29 came out. Okay, perfect. So now I'm back to looking at all the things. $13 for Amazon Prime. PureFlix came out. $29 for Healthways. I think Jackson's Gym will come out tomorrow. His high school clothing, activities, anything he needs for school, $50. I went ahead and put that in. The $20 for my laptop, I put that into my sinking funds. So that's already come out and been accounted for. What else? Scrolling on down. Groceries, we took out cash, but yesterday I was a little bit under because I bought something at Walmart and that took up $10. So I was down $8.18. I just did it there. Summer groceries, which we actually put that money. I did not put that in my summer groceries account. Let me make a note. I actually put that into my savings account because I counted and I only have 9 weeks instead of 10. So I just went ahead and took that $100 that was going to go into the 10 weeks because I could have taken $10 more and put it for each week. But I was like, let me just put that in. I put that in my $100 savings envelope because ever since Jackson went to that emergency room visit, it's been a challenge to get that money back to where it was. So this was the better choice, was to go ahead and put it there because I technically didn't need it for groceries. We technically may not need much except eggs, milk, flour, because Jackson bakes a lot. And so, I try to make sure I can adjust where I need to make adjustments. $50 went into the preps. It actually went to the jam party. Personal hygiene I took out for Jackson. The P.O. box is out. Recreation and travel. So far, I have $191 in there. This month in June, I have girlfriends getaway or our retreat for the Titus 2 ladies. So that is going to I have to pay for my hotel room and food because my plane ticket has already been paid for using my credit card and I already paid it off. So I saved up for that previous to now, used my credit card to pay it, and then I paid it off. I'm going to do the same for my room. I have the money because I'm sharing a room. So that is already paid. I hold it with my credit card. I'm going to pay for it with my credit card, and then I'm going to pay it off because I want to make sure that I'm earning points for future hotel stays. I am traveling in July for a pastor's conference, and I did the same thing, put my room on a hold. I'll pay for it with my card, and I will pay for the room because I already have money for that saved up as well. So it's just one of those things that you got to, navigate those types of expenses. Jackson for his savings account. Okay, so here I put $50 in his savings, and I also put $10 in his global cash account. So the reason that I did that is because went to savings and $10 is going to his global cash account. And that's only because he's getting ready to take driver's ed and he has 12 hours of driving and observation. And so sometimes they'll stop at a little convenient mart or something like that. And I want to make sure he has just a little bit of money that he can swipe his card. So I put $10 on. And then, of course, his dad sends money. So it's like, okay, you can, put a little extra in his spending account, but he does have to work for it. So I know his dad sends the money, but I have to teach work ethic. And so he has to work either in the garden or doing stuff around, that I would hire somebody else to do. And I put a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay. for the dogs for their food, and they have to have heartworm, flea, and tick, all that. I put $100 in their account. We are a part of a at the pet store that we shop at, you buy 10 bags of food, you get one free. So I think we have to buy one more bag, and then our next bag is free, which will be good because it saves me in the long run. But here's what I thought about, and you need to think about this as well. Pets are expensive. They're just like little people. Any ailment, any type of thing is back to the vet. It's back to the vet. When I grew up, we just had yard dogs. I could not imagine my grandparents paying $200, $300, $400, $500 for a dog. It was just not going to happen. Of course, that is what we do, and so we have to make arrangements for that. Gas money's already come out. Now, today is my first day of summer vacation. It's an actual non-required work day, but I just took today and tomorrow off. Yesterday was our last required day. So I don't really have anywhere to drive other than church or the grocery store. So that should significantly drop my need for having a whole lot of gas money because I'm not going anywhere. Moving down, oil change was a sinking fund, tires or repairs, sinking fund, and then license, registration, and car insurance. Now there's a big discrepancy in that. I put 105, but you only see me pay 32. Well, last month in May, when I got social media income that I use for my sinking funds, I had $90, I believe, or 85, something like that I went ahead and used for my car insurance. So I'm only making up the difference, right? I'm only making up the difference, which was the $32, because I take that money for social media and I either apply it towards business expense or sinking funds. And so it just all worked out that way for the good. Now, my tithe, I tithe faithfully $581, and then to the separate ministry that I give to, $291. That brings us down to a total spent of $3,566.18, leaving $54.31. Now, that's prior to yesterday's deposit. That was everything that you saw now. Which is good. I like to keep a little bit of running in there just in case I forgot something, because it can happen to my brain. So yesterday was the 6th, right? Or is today the 6th? Yesterday was the 5th. See, sometimes when I get these deposits too close like that, it throws me off a little bit. So yesterday I received a deposit for $216.46, which is what typically comes into that account. So now I have to add my $296.32 and my $216.46, which is going to give me $512.78. So now I have $216.46 that I have to allocate for. What I would typically do is, let me get back to this view. Always start with what I'm giving. So I go down and I start at the giving first. It just makes sense to me. So for this particular amount, $216.46, I give 22 and then 11, right? So I'm going to come over here and count out my coins. So that should give me $194.46 and then 11. That gives me $183.46. Now I'm still counting. Jackson has to get his money in his account because I'm saving for Jack. Always saving for Jackson. He gets his $25. So that gives me $158.46. Now, some of the things that I've prepaid or will have to prepay, then I need to recoup my coins, right? What else do I have up here? Okay, so I paid for Jackson's haircut. Today he got a haircut, which was $30. His cell phone bill I prepaid, which was $46. So that means that 76 of those dollars are mine. I need to get that money back. But I also paid for a second haircut, which is another $30. So that brings me to $106 out of the $158 that's left. What else did I pay up front for Jackson? I think that was all of the things that I paid up front for Jackson. So I'm going to take out for myself the $106. Making sure I didn't forget anything else. I didn't. I'm actually going to take out, so I'm going to put $106 in my vacation fund because those are my coins that I upfront prepaid for Jackson, which leaves $52, but his gym is coming out. So his gym is coming out as well. So that's going to leave me with $31. So I got to go back up and make sure that I account for the gym, which is going to come out of my checking account. So I'm going to put $21 more in here. So that's going to give me $127 into my vacation account because I'm just taking my money back that I already front, right? Because his gym comes out of my business. It comes out of my main checking account. So that's going to leave us with $31.46, which I am going to take out because I want to make sure that we have any money we need, which I'm going to put it here for blow money, $31.46. So that should give us right back at that $54 and some change. That should take us back to $54, which is all the money we would have left. So I'm going to scroll on down. That should give us the $54.36 because we allocated all of those funds to a zero-base budget for that particular money that was deposited into yesterday. Now, what I may do, here's the thing, right, Miss Karen? I am wanting my back to unbig, so I try to stay away from baking staples. Jackson, on the other hand, wants to bake all the things. So we have a little bit of a situation. Sister and I, because of our body types, can't necessarily ingest all that Jackson makes. Jackson makes all the good things. I don't eat any of them because I know my situation. But we try to keep temptation out of the house. So I try to buy things in small increments. It would make better sense because I have a friend of mine who said, let me know if you want to go to Costco or Sam's on Friday. It would probably, and he does need flour. It would make better sense for Jackson's purposes for me to buy him stuff in bulk, but I don't want to have temptation in the house. And I think that's a mental game I play with myself because I've lost at current 85 pounds. I got on the scale this morning. That California weight just don't want to let me be great, but that's okay. So I gained 4 pounds since going to California and coming home. I've lost 2, gained 2 back. So I keep thinking, and even when I look at my videos, I still look big to me. I know I look skinny to y'all, but I still look big to me. And then I look at my legs and I'm like, oh, pencils. Right. Very good. So I'm trying my best to not undo all the things I did getting to this place, which is why. So to answer your question, I have thought about it. I have not decided on it yet, but I have thought about it. For Jackson's sake. Okay. So there it is, y'all. That's all the money that we had thus far to allocate for. Now, okay, the dogs. So I have saved some money. I have an account called Big House Projects. And y'all, I'm getting like the most amazing deal for the guy to come and do my floors. Now, it's taken a long time to get the floors done because I got to work with his schedule, which is fine. They are perfectly fine. Anytime you look in the house and you see the floors, and I know somebody said they were dirty and I needed to clean them, that's concrete slab. This is the concrete. Is not dirt. We sweep the floors. I'm not mopping these floors, but resweep them. Soon as he is able to, he's going to come over and do the floors for me. So I've saved the money in there. And how I got that money was when I paid my taxes. See, every time I get income from social media, I save 15% of that goes into a fund called taxes, because I traditionally have to pay taxes at the end of the year. So when I get my taxes done by my accountant person, then I pay what I owe, and whatever is left is really my refund. So I take that and put it into the big house project fund. I paid for all the extra floors for the kids' rooms. I don't have enough to do my room yet. So I got enough for the kids' room, and I didn't want to buy anymore because the people kept flaking on me about doing the floors. So I said, I'm not fixing to spend no more money on these people who don't come. So I got the kids' rooms floors, and then the guy flaked on me and never showed up. So I have money in that account. Now, what the guy, and I know this guy, I know personally. I know his family. I know his wife. We were homeschool friends. And so that's how I know him. He's charging me materials up front and then a per hour rate. So materials up front, I can already afford. It's enough in the account. Per hour rate for 8 hours already in the account. So that money is accounted for. That's going to leave enough money in that account left that I can use for Gracie's doctor's appointment next week. So that's how I'm going to handle it. I'm going to take all the money, because he sent me a text message. He just got to find a day. So I'm going to take all the money for him, put it to the side, and what's left in there will be enough to take care of Gracie's appointment. I do need to... Where's my Rachel? Rachel ain't on here. Or maybe even Miss Karen. Somebody send me a message in Messenger that says sinking fund for yearly exams for the dogs, because I forgot. I meant to do it last year. So that I would see, this is the thing. Look at God. He wants me to be blessed. This is the thing about having those sinking funds. When you have them, you're not trying to scramble to figure out where it's going to come from. Because I told y'all that my earnings via social media have been significantly decreased over the past year. So I'm having to take the extra that was in my paycheck, because I had enough to cover everything, and add those to my sinking funds, or I just stopped sinking my funds. Well, because I'm used to now having that money there when I need it to just go ahead and pay the bill, I'm not going to stop sinking funds. I just have to be mindful and make sure that I have enough sinking funds. So now I have to add in another one for their yearly visits. I would have had plenty of money, but Gwen ended up with an ear infection because her ears are so big, and because they grab the ground, and because she has the allergies, because she sneezes and then stuff gets in her ears, and then she's always got the fluid and stuff. We had to end up paying, I think it was close to $500-600 for a couple vet visits for Gwen. My dog, Mama, is perfect. Jackson's dog, Gwen, is a problem child. That's all I gotta say. My dog is perfect. We don't have to go to the vet for Mama. This is just her annual, yearly, do all the things. So I just want to make sure that I can take care of everything, and I don't want to have to be figuring that out, because the income has been a little bit slower. I think I made $16 on TikTok for 2 months for 60 days. That was my earnings for 60 days. So, and that was the first I'd ever earned anything over there, which is, I'm happy for it. Thank you so much. Praise God. But I can't count on that as income. I have to count on what I can make. I have to count on book sales. I have to count on what I do over here on YouTube. So you're going to see me a lot more on YouTube. Again, they may be more live videos because those don't need editing. And my phone, I need to upgrade my phone, because even though I think I have 236 gigs, it still takes up all my space trying to film videos and edit. So, but I don't want to incur any more bills. So I keep using what I have. I keep deleting and uploading and deleting and all the things. So we should be okay. But you're going to see us a lot more this summer via videos. And for those of you who don't watch our shorts, I know that may not be a comfort level for you, but it's quicker for me to do shorts. So a lot of times I'll do the envelopes, I'll do a quick budget thing over there, or something just really quick that takes me no time at all to film and edit. I get a ton of hits over there, but I don't make as much on shorts as I do on videos. So right now we're probably about $15 per video, maybe, depending on my RPM or whatever the case is. But I'm going to be spending this summer trying to learn all of the things in my analytics so that it makes the kids and I money. Honestly, I don't think we've made over $500 on YouTube in 2 years per month, for 1 month. I think it's been almost 2 years. And that's just because we have low views. Now, to me, if I see 1,000 views, 1,500 views, I'm like, praise the Lord. But I'll look at other people's videos and they have 40,000 views or 1 million views or 150,000. And so you're making money off the views. And that has just not been our thing. Also, because I've been doing the teachings every night for the last 83 nights, most people don't want that. They want grocery hauls, budget videos, vlogs even do well. They like those. They don't like the preaching. So my numbers have gone down, but that's my lane. I'm going to still do the preaching videos, whether they want to see them or not. Just don't click on it if that's not your jam. It's all good. All right, y'all. So we are working hard towards trying to increase our video output, hoping that we can gain some new followers, which we usually get from the shorts feed, and new subscribers that will then help boost our view count, because our view count and income are down. I mean, our need for Jackson is exactly, it's a lot. Now, he actually starts driver's ed tomorrow, and he really wants to get a job, but then he got soccer, and he's taking AP courses next year and all these honors courses. And I vacillate between letting him grow up and be great and work a job, or stay with the academics and just get those academics because he needs a scholarship for college. My older two children, thank you, Yolanda. My older two children went to the military first, so they didn't have to worry about college right out the gate. And then Shamika went to community. Trandon is in community now that he's out of the military, and sister's not in college at all yet. But Jackson doesn't qualify for the military with the asthma, in the asthma issues. So he's going straight into college. So that's one of the things that you kind of go back and forward. I don't want him to not be great, but the academics for me are it. I'd much rather just take his little child support and buy what I need to buy and pay what I need to pay, so he can focus on those academics. So again, one of those things, just a thing to commit to prayer. Anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I said, maybe a few more live videos than you're used to, but this is the best way I can do it. If you'll do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, share, do all the things. Please do join me tonight if you're coming back for the 90-day no talk experiment. I have done Q&As before. Yes, ma'am. I don't do them very often because when I post questions, leave your questions, very few people leave any. But I have done Q&As before, and I may do a post to say, hey, leave me your questions, and then I will come on live and answer those. But yep, I've answered them. I'm not very interesting actually, but that's my thought. Anywho, y'all, we got to do some things. We're canning today, canning some salsa. So I got to go get the troops riled and ready. They don't want to help me, but they're helping me anyway, because we're in the summer. Thank you guys again so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all. Bye, everybody. Happy budgeting. Calculate for them coins. Get them coins together. See y'all.